So I have a big 7-foot long big leaf maple log here today. It's supposed to be figured. It looks like something's going to be figured in it. Got it from my logger, Lonnie, and hoping it's full of figure. It's about 36 inches a long way. Just barely over 24 this way. It's kind of an oblong guy, and I'm hoping I'm gonna cut that flat, then stand it on end like that, and try to go from each side, double cut it, and get slabs out of it. Now I'm gonna kind of get things set up here and use electrical tape to strap my iPhone to my forklift and see how this goes. I can't find our tripod, so that'll just have to do. Alright, so we got the maple on the thing now. I tried to do it one way, which I will call the less smart way, and then I tried to do it a smarter way. And the smarter way worked out quite a lot better. Had to lift the mill up even more to get my first cuts here because it wasn't high enough already, which is kind of absurd at this point, but I had that big old thing on the bottom and I didn't want to slab it down any further because I'd like to get that out of there, roll it over, come down, and get one massive slab out of that guy. I don't really like slabs that much, especially not huge ones. They have their place, but what kind of home really has space for a 10-foot long, 3-foot wide slab? I don't know. Probably plenty of homes, but I'm not that into slabs. But somebody who's been doing this a lot longer than me said keep some slabs on hand, so I guess I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to slab this one because I think it might be really, really cool. It's not a huge slab. It's about like 6 feet long, 2.5 feet wide. So I think these might be pretty little tables, and if not, they can be sliced up, resawn later, and turned into flooring or whatever. So anyway, we'll see what comes of it. Well, it's a couple days later, several days later. I haven't stacked this yet. I'm gonna stack it, well, now I've stacked 2/3 of it, and I'm gonna show you the few pieces that are still visible, because I'm a bad YouTuber. The unfortunate part of this circle mill and of doing kind of this bastardized chainsaw cutting down the center thing is it does mess up the surface pretty bad, and so until I get it dried and surfaced and planed, can't see the grain that clearly, especially the finer parts. But anyway, I'm gonna turn the camera around here in a second and show you some of the more interesting pieces. A lot of it, I don't think I'm gonna find a lot of outright figure. There's a lot of really pretty grain, and they'll make nice slabs. They have cool, interesting edges and stuff. But anyway, the stuff that I think might be really nice figure is all fuzzed up. It's like I'll show you in a second. So these are some of the more interesting pieces. Plenty of that, you know. It was pretty. It'll be pretty slabs. You know, the grain wanders in and out, and there's occasionally a little bit of figure. Nothing super heavy. What I was seeing with this fuzz here, there are several spots that just like completely, see, this is pretty clear next to these little patches that are all fuzzy. And to me, that indicates probably grain that changes direction really suddenly. So I'm hoping that, like, on some of these, you know, it's already, even if it's not figured wood, you know, there's a lot of really pretty swirly grain here. But I'm excited to see when this is dry and planed and sanded, what that grain actually looks like under there. Especially, I think this has potential to be, I can't remember what they call it. It's not tiger stripe, but it's something like that. Fiddleback, I don't know. So anyway, that's what it is. These ones near the pith, probably for the better, you know, split on the pith, and they'll make a couple of nice mantles or something. If it weren't for the building codes, well, and it would have some practical complications as well, but it'd be really cool to have like some cabin stairs, you know, slice most of these in half, however many you needed, for, you know, create a live edge step out of each half, and have a flight of stairs that are all pretty and gnarly. But of course that means you have to watch your step, and it wouldn't pass code, but we don't always call the inspector, so I guess we'll see. Probably I'll just Probably I'll just sell these to somebody.